All right, so this was my first Warhammer 40K battle. We had Orks and Chaos on one side, Dwarves and Humans on the other. The Just looking at the armies, you can see I brought a lot of Black Orcs, a few Goblin Rock Lobbers, a Giant, Goblin Arrows, Orc War Boss on whatever that is, Drake or whatever it's called. Yeah, not really that familiar with the game, just playing it for a couple days now. Chaos mostly brought a lot of chosen with great weapons, really solid front line, and some dragon ogres in the back. Um, you know, just a heavy assault, hit him where it hurts team. He did bring a wizard as well. They call it like Chaos Sorcerer or whatever, mounted. So he has a little bit of utility, but his thing is just gonna be hit him straight in the face. Empire, a lot of Cav, a lot of Reichsguard, couple halberdiers. Could have been a good counter to the monstrous. He didn't really pull it off that well, but it was there. Dwarfs had a ton to fight back against those monstrous creatures with that Chaos was bringing. They had all those whatever they're called, the like torpedo launcher minions. Anyways, they had the units there to fight Chaos. They just didn't utilize it that well. So I was faced up directly against the dwarfs, which is perfect for me because I only had one monstrous creature, being the big old ogre. So, or giant, giant rather. I didn't really have to worry too much about what they're bringing. They have a lot of flamethrowers, so up against a foot slogging list like I brought, those flamethrowers were quite scary. But I had a lot more artillery, which is kind of weird for Orc to bring against a dwarf. I also had some night goblins that I had put up in that thicket of trees right there that we just went over. So I was able to. I always love bringing the night goblin fanatics. We'll see a little bit later one of their spinners just flying into the enemy forces. It's pretty insane. Now, right at the beginning of the battle, you have Chaos swinging hard to the left, going for a really big flank. The Empire player does the right thing, brings his halberdiers to confront them. Just not enough. Not enough. We'll see in a little bit how that ends. Now, my Night Goblins have just been seen. You can see a Fanatic just smashing through the ranks. I just love that. The Night Goblins break immediately, but they only take like 5 casualties out of a unit of 120. So frankly, they're just a great gold investment because they're going to run away. They may lose another 3 guys, and they're going to reform right behind my lines. No problem. I can use them again. Great investment. Now look in the battle. You can see the lines are forming up. They're going to hit pretty soon. You have Chaos all the way over there on the right side of the screen, already engaged. The Chosen are just marching in. I got my line of Black Hordes marching in. You can see the Goblins there retreating behind the line, still virtually full health. And then off to the left, you can see I'm flanking slowly but surely around with my four boys. Yeah. Chaos Chosen just smashing into the swordsman line. This is just not a fair matchup. Facing toe-to-toe, you're going to need a lot of artillery, a lot of range to make that an even fight, which they do have, but it's a matter of they need it everywhere on this line, because I have Black Orcs hitting the other parts of the line. They're going to get overwhelmed. It's just how it is. We've even overflanked them here, so you're about to see that whole unit that we just zoomed over is actually going to wrap around the end of the flank and start pushing in. Then you got the Giant just lumbering in. He's going to make an appearance in a little bit. As you can see, I have my boar boys over there on the flank. They're getting ready for a charge in. I'm just waiting for the distraction, which is going to be that Giant. Giant's going to wade in. Dwarfs are going to get a little too gung-ho with taking him down, which, they will burn him down rather quickly, but that's going to open them up to some cavalry charges. Now, the Empire side is just a mess. They're trying to deal with chaos. It's getting bad. So there we see the Giant. He rolls in, And here comes the Boar Boys, as well as my Orc War Boss on his flying mount. So again, Dwarfs pretty much bring a lot over to deal with that giant. They're in fact shooting him on the other side with those, what are they called, like Trollbane or whatever, missile launchers. So they're focusing the giant down, even though they should be using those against the dragons. Here comes all the Boar Boy charges, which very effective, very good hammer and anvil there. Now at this point of the battle, the Empire line is crumbling. Chaos is just in a giant blob over there, starting to move around, just death blobbing everything. Black Orcs holding the line. There's no way you can break that with regular, infantry, whether it be Empire or Dwarves. So you're gonna have to smash the morale at best. You're not gonna take them one-on-one. The Chosen got pretty beaten up, but they're still there. They're still coming. Beyond that, there's just, at this point, there's so much chaos going on that you're going to see a lot of mismanagement. I'm even guilty of it. I left my night goblins in the back, not doing anything. I'm still working on it. Had the peace of mind to make sure my arrows kept shooting. Left my Orc boys in there a little too long. Had them break. New to the game, just figuring it out. But these are little mistakes you make when you're starting out, and I'm sure I'll fix them as I go on. So as you can see, the lines are just crumbling. This game's pretty much over. Yeah, you see their monstrous counter right there, sitting directly behind the massive horde of infantry. They were not doing what they should have done. I really think this game could have changed if they drug those over to their right flank along with the halberdiers, kind of made a stand against those dragons, dragon ogres. I mean, I think they could have really shut down Chaos. Would they have won? Maybe not. The great weapons were still making a really big impact, but it would have made a little bit of a difference. Maybe they could have, really castled up on the Orc side, because I didn't really have any gimmicks. It was just Black Orcs and Cavalry. That's all it was. I was just going to hold the line and shoot. Let me know what you think.